morning. Melissa Meiste here from Nephew Physical Therapy. You ever wake up like this? Not like this. No. Like, oh shoot, what did I do last night? Did I sleep wrong? What's wrong with me? Why does my neck not move? I have a really busy day. So much to get done. I don't have time to deal with this. I can totally relate, friends. I have had a history of neck issues now. And let me tell you that waking up, not just once, which is kind of a fluke, but multiple times, whether it's a couple days in a row or over the last year, where your neck continues to give you troubles the next day, where you're talking to your friends like this, tells me that you very likely have an underlying neck issue. One, you may not have enough range of motion in your neck. So you may not be able to go up and down or rotate without running into the end of the joint. Your joints have so much motion available, and if you have not been fully utilizing it, you will lose it. So one, loss of motion in the neck. The second thing, which based on my history and my experience and my sometimes good neck, it's a disc issue. Our discs, if you think about this, throughout the day are holding the weight of our head, okay? And when we lay down at night, we get to be unweighted. The water actually returns to our disc, and whether it's only this much, we are slightly taller at the beginning of every day. And as gravity and our crappy posture play into this, we compress those discs. We compress them asymmetrically, meaning when I stand like this, there's a lot more pressure on the backside than there is in the front. And we create disc issues from posture, gravity, and traditionally a lifetime of habits. So when you go to sleep at night, which is good for the neck traditionally because we're unweighting it, we're giving it some support. If you are sleeping in extreme ranges of motion, all the way cranked and turned, not well supported with a pillow that works for you, it doesn't have to work for everybody else, it has to work for you. These are things that your body will scream at because you're just laying there, not for 10 minutes, but for hours possibly, in between turning, rolling, etc. So, since we can already assume that you're not going to come to physical therapy right away, that's why you're watching this video, because you're looking for the quick and easy fix, I'll give you some. Absolutely. I'll share some information with you today. But know that I think you need to go to physical therapy. Of course, I think you need to go to Nephew Physical Therapy. And if not us, you better do your research, because I'm telling you, there are a lot of places out there that are not touching their patients. And as I just learned, not giving their clients any written homework to do. I digress. Let's focus, Melissa, on 3 things. 1, ice. We have to get the inflammation down. So whether we're talking about neck pain, shoulder, knee, whatever, ice is your friend because it addresses pain. It blocks the pain that's getting sent to your brain and calms down inflammation. So you need to be icing at your neck. That is true with a stiff neck and if you happen to have numbness and tingling down your arm or down your shoulder blade. All right? So make sure you ice the neck. Good 15-20 minutes. Every 2 to 3 hours at most. Secondly, you need support, okay? So if as the day goes on, it gets worse and worse, right? You have that stiff neck, you get up and you get going, you ice, maybe you take some ibuprofen, whatever, and then you're flying. As the day goes on, my guess is it's getting worse. If you can, intermittently throughout the day and not wait till you get home at night, you can unweight it, you can lay flat on your back, or you can support it, okay? So one of my favorite things to do is when I, who have a neck issue, start to have things flared up, I like to lay flat on my back and take a towel and roll it up, and I'm going to place that right back here in the scoop of my neck, below the base of my skull, right down there. And then I lay back on that. I can hang on to it if I want to, and I'm unweighted, and then I am supported through this part of my neck. It really feels great. We have many patients as they come in and we're training them and teaching them how to do some stuff. I want to try to find a position of relief. And so that support, very important to give your neck, the pain, a break throughout the day. Lastly, extensions. We've talked about this many times. Extensions is basically giving yourself as many chins as possible, which of course is like the ugliest thing we can do because we all want sleeker, nicer necks. Well, I would rather have a neck that doesn't hurt than I would rather have this than a neck that doesn't hurt. Let me get that straight. So what that looks like, all right, from a front angle is I am not looking down and I'm not looking up. It's straight back, which is a lot harder than you might think. So I, for a visual aid, will put my finger right there. I'm pushing my chin back, okay? It's not looking up. It's not my forehead goes back. I want to focus on my chin here, almost to the point where I'm going to cough or where I can't talk. So I'm doing this position. Extension. Extension is backwards, which feels so good. So extension at the neck, and then, if you're extra talented, pull back those shoulder blades. So I am in this position, which takes tension off my shoulders and doesn't let me continue to walk around like this. So ice, support, unweighting, position of relief, and lastly, extension. Those are the things you can do if and when you have that stiff neck. Last point before I close. Pillows. There are a variety of different options out there, and to be honest, I don't care what you pick. Make sure you're picking the one that works for you. I also don't care if you're a stomach sleeper. I used to be. I miss it. I want to so bad, but I have had to adjust how I sleep because I now have a disc issue that I have to manage. So I, of course, like to sleep with something that gives me support right here. Some people like feather pillows. Some people like it flat. It really does depend on your preference as well as your posture. We have patients come in who I can't have them lay flat on the table because their upper back is so stiff. They can't lay down unless they have two pillows. Make sure that you're working on that extension piece that we talked about in general in life, because if you lose it, you won't be able to lay flat on the floor. And I think that that is a great test in regards to your posture and how your body is working. So, stiff neck in the morning, no bueno, not good. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. One, these are the tips that you can use if and when it happens, but address it sooner. It's your body's way of telling you that there's something not right, because pain is not normal. Do something about it.